gang, and welcome to High Country Addiction, the only Western-style hunting program that showcases not only our outdoor experiences, but yours as well. We're all about family, friends, and tradition, and I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Alfred. So Ryan, what's your favorite hunt to take your family on?
You know, it's not really just a hunt. If I can get my family out of the city, into the mountains, whether we're fishing, hunting, or just doing a hike, that's exactly what we love to do.
Well said. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Anytime in the outdoors with your family is a great time.
That's right.
Guys, if you don't know much about hunting and want to know more what it's about, follow us out west as we take you on a high country expedition.
That's right, and this show is not about trophy hunting. That's what we've told you guys before. If you're successful in harvesting an animal in a Western state, that's a trophy in itself. We have one really long hunt for you, as well as some viewer-submitted footage.
Guys, we're going to go over some product from Sportsman's Warehouse. Today we've got some knives, replaceable blade knives. Cool. But before we do, let's check out this hunt.
That's right. This kind of falls in line with what you were asking earlier. We're going to follow Matt, who took his little son out on a blacktail hunt in the state of Oregon.
Let's roll that clip.
So this is what we were talking about earlier in the segment, just getting the kids out, enjoying nature, no iPad, no iPod, and teaching them what we were taught, our traditions.
Yeah, I love it, Ryan. I mean, anytime we get our kids out there, you just see it in their face. They're just having such a good time, and everything they're doing, they're exploring.
Oh, they get, you know, and that's the thing is, as soon as they get out there, they forget about everything. And you can't even find them. They're tearing up logs, running through the river, checking out the lake. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid and all the memories I have from that, I'll never forget.
Yeah.
We whisper. This is like I did when I got in the house.
Yeah, we just gotta walk really slowly, okay? And quietly.
How far? How far are you drinking?
Yeah, we're gonna go down here a little ways further, okay?
Here's a little taste. Now they're gonna start seeing some deer come down. I'm sure he's probably really excited. He's getting to see some deer come out, and let's see what happens.
I saw it. I see it.
Don't move.
That's really cool. I mean, one of the things I always focus on when I take a kid out to the woods is make it a fun experience for them. If they're having fun, they're going to enjoy it, and that's what they remember.
That's right.
Hey, James, did you see his horns? Yeah. His little horns.
So typical kid, hanging out, he's got his beanie on his head, just chilling, hanging out with Papa. I'm sure he's probably really proud. Seeing some signs, seeing deer.
Taking a little break, drinking his chocolate milk.
Man, sweet it is.
But you would have been happy with that little spike, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many deer does that make now? 7?
8.
No, that's 7. That little spike was 7, okay?
See, he's even doing his own commentary on this. Let's listen to what he has to say about what's going on right now in his mind.
Let's see. Let's see if we could go find something a little bigger, okay?
Lots of horns.
With lots of horns, yep. Okay.
95 left.
95?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty hard task. We'll do our best, okay?
With spikes on it.
Yeah.
With 95 spikes.
Yeah. We'll see if we can do that, okay?
Let's find out deer.
Okay. You ready?
He's kind of using an HCV voice as himself.
He's got the HCV, that's right. It's just what everybody does. He must have been watching.
I'll do my best, okay? Okay.
So this is a tactic that a lot of people don't know how to use. If you take your child out and put them on your shoulders, you're getting anywhere from 24 to 36 inches of additional height to look over foliage to see if there's anything there. This is what he's doing right now.
James spotted. James, not me.
Okay.
Spotted a deer as we were driving down the road.
Okay.
And it ended up being a little spike. James, I'm telling the story to the camera, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just a little guy, maybe 3-inch spikes.
What distances are we looking at with a traditional as opposed to the newer style muzzleloader?
So it's real simple, Ryan. On a traditional muzzleloader, you're fairly limited. I mean, you're talking 40 to maybe 60 yards. It's got to be pretty close range. I mean, you're looking at loose powder, you're looking at an actual ball for a bullet, and it's not going to travel very far, not very fast. Whereas the newer muzzleloaders, I mean, you really get some distance out of them. You've got your pellets that are basically compact powder. Some of those bullets, I mean, you can have different weights, but man, you can shoot out to 300 yards with some of those modern over-the-counter type muzzleloaders.
Just pointing him out to James, and once James was able to actually see him, that he decided that he didn't want to hang around anymore, and he just didn't offer a shot on his way out. So we've seen 4 does just a little bit ago, and this guy. So I think we're gonna continue on and find something hopefully a little bigger than a 3-inch spike. But hey, it's James' call today.
You know what's really cool about the traditional muzzleloader is the way it sounds. You know, you get that pop and then all of a sudden and then it ignites and then it kicks.
We have a hair tag. It's gonna get filled today. So you ready to go find a bigger one, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go find a bigger one.
All right, guys, we have to take a quick break, but I cannot wait to see what happens next.
Neither can I. We still have a lot to show you, so let's check out some more High Country Addiction after the break.
Sportsman's Warehouse is your one-stop convenient place to shop. Whether you're into camping, hunting, or fishing, our expert associates can help you find the gear you need. We carry a huge assortment of quality equipment from the best manufacturers in the country and around the world. We have guns, ammo, rods and lures, not to mention every kind of outdoor clothing for the whole family. You can shop in one of our fully stocked stores or visit us online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Visit Sportsman's Warehouse, hunting sale going on now.
I block the wind, the cold. I block the rain, noise, and smells. I block the voice in your head that says, go home. Scent blocker.
Wood-fired, just the way Mother Nature intended cooking to be. With a Traeger, you can grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue. It's the most versatile cooking solution in the world. Traeger, taste the wood-fired difference.
Welcome back to High Country Addiction, the only Western-style hunting program that showcases not only our outdoor experiences, but yours as well. And I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Alfred.
So we're gonna get back to our hunt, but before we do, we're gonna check out some High Country approved products from our friends over at Sportsman's Warehouse.
Thanks, Ryan. So we're going to go over some knives today. Replaceable blades have become very common in the outdoor industry. So basically with hunters, it's easy to take these unfilled because they're lightweight, they're foldable, and it's a replaceable blade, so you always have a sharp knife out there. This one's a Gerber. We've got Havalon, Outdoor Edge, and Kershaw also makes one. remember to visit your local Sportsman's Warehouse to find the right knife that fits for you. So this one, you just push the button, Ryan, slide it right out, and it comes out just that easy. To put a new blade in, slide it right in, and it locks in place as so. So we've got the outdoor edge knife. This one's a little bit bigger knife, but it's also really nice because it has a push button feature. Push that button, blade comes right out, put your new one in, locks in place. Ryan, have you ever used one of these knives out in the field?
Oh yeah, so I used to take out that one that you had to roll all your different knives out, and I mean it was just a hassle. This is cool because all you got to do is once it dulls out, swap it out, you're good to go. Absolutely. And you guys have multiple colors and all that stuff over there too, so it's not just these, there's plenty more over there too as well.
There is, yeah, and remember guys, there's different colors, like you said, different styles, but we also have the replaceable blades in stock, so make sure you visit us.
All right, thank you Alfred, and thank you to Sportsman's Warehouse for showing us this stuff. You want to check out another hunt?
I do. So last time we were with our hunters, they were out in Oregon chasing some blacktail bucks.
That's right, they were just off the side of the road. We're going to catch up to them on their second day. Let's check and see what happens.
Good job, buddy. Hunting with a 4-year-old. Okay, James, what happened?
We shot the deer
Yeah?
and we can't find it, and we found
Is he big?
yeah,
Is it a boy deer?
yeah,
Yeah, he's got big horns.
yeah, and we
I don't know if he has the 95 points you wanted, but he's pretty big.
Well, it looks like they took a shot. We didn't get it on video, but like we talked about before, it's not necessarily getting the shots on video or you know, actually harvesting a trophy. It's about getting the youth out there and having them experience what was taught to us.
Absolutely, and that's a pretty good sized trophy actually.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice buck. Good job.
Awesome.
We got him.
Here, okay.
We got it.
You think he's proud of Papa?
Absolutely. He'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
You're welcome.
You know, I give him a lot of credit to be able to take his kid out there, be able to make a shot, and just it all come together that way. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of opportunities, really.
Yeah.
Got to be at the right place at the right time.
Today's November 25th, the last day of the hunt.
Yeah,
We got her done.
yeah.
Ran right up onto that skid road and turned broadside. I shot, and he came back down the hill. He fell back down the hill all the way. And my son was with me. How old are you, buddy?
4.
Yeah? Thank you so much for coming with me.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, we're gonna get him cleaned and head home. What a fun,
Yeah.
it's been a fun season.
So Ryan, how old were you when you went on your first hunt?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure I was 8 years old. It was actually a really cool hunt too. It was down in Corona, my dad's mule deer hunt, and he actually swore that this is still the biggest deer he ever saw. I never got to see it because I had my beanie down over my eyes and I'm walking through the forest like this and that and never even saw the deer whatsoever. So that was my first deer hunt and it was probably about 8 years old.
That's pretty cool. You guys, anytime you take a kid outdoors, you want to make sure they have an absolute fun experience.
That's right. After the break, we have some viewer submitted footage, so stick around for some more High Country Addiction.
I block the wind, the cold. I block the rain, noise, and smells. I block the voice in your head that says, go home. scent blocker.
Wood fired, just the way Mother Nature intended cooking to be. With a Traeger, you can grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue. It's the most versatile cooking solution in the world. Traeger, taste the wood-fired difference.
Sportsman's Warehouse is your one-stop convenient place to shop. Whether you're into camping, hunting, or fishing, our expert associates can help you find the gear you need. We carry a huge assortment of quality equipment from the best manufacturers in the country and around the world. We have guns, ammo, rods and lures, not to mention every kind of outdoor clothing for the whole family. You can shop in one of our fully stocked stores or visit us online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. Visit Sportsman's Warehouse, hunting sale going on now.
Welcome back to High Country Addiction, the only Western-style hunting program that showcases not only our outdoor experiences, but yours as well. And I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Alfred.
So let's go ahead and check out this week's viewer-submitted footage.
Remember, guys, if you want your hunt on the show, follow the link on the screen. If it's good enough, we'll air it on a future episode.
Right now, we're going to follow Robbie, who's actually a really good friend of mine. Let's kick back and relax and check out Robbie on his elk hunt.
I'm just sitting here in my truck at camp, kind of waiting to see what it's going to do. It started sprinkling a little bit, and it's pretty windy, so.
I've known Robbie since elementary school, and we've always had this whole hunting thing. That's something that he and I have always had together. We used to always talk about. In fact, I used to hunt with his dad in the Sandias, and now he's out, and he is probably one of the most elite elk hunters that I know. He'll literally get out there. If the elk's bed down and it's too far away, he's gonna camp out with them, wake up the next morning. And he does all this filming by himself. He doesn't take anybody with him at all. He's literally videotaping and hunting at the same time.
Well, that's kind of smart if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because I know if I'm gonna take you somewhere, well, next thing you know, you're taking your buddies and your family.
Yeah.
So it's kind of smart. He keeps his hunting holes to himself.
That's right. You still need to tell me where that deer hunting spot is.
So needless to say, he knows what he's doing, he knows where they're at, and he's probably good at calling them too.
Thinking since we've known each other for so long, I may have contributed a little tiny bit, but I'm just gonna tell myself that. Have you ever self-filmed on your hunt?
I've tried. It's very difficult.
I've had elk come in where I'm setting up and I have to turn the camera a little bit and that lead cow busts me. And I'm just literally moments away from taking a shot at a decent bull and I have to turn the camera. It's definitely a challenge.
You know, it's even a challenge trying to film someone else.
Yeah.
I know for myself, I get excited, I get engorged in the hunt, and before you know it, I forget, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be filming this,
That's right.
this hunt.
Look how close he gets. I mean,
That's
he literally
impressive.
gets in there. He sent me film before where he's like, hey, you got to check out this elk hunt. And I'm watching it, and this big old bull comes in, and I'm like, okay, here comes a shot. Here come, and it walks away. And he'll turn the camera and
Pass
say,
it up.
yeah, it's just not exactly what I'm looking for.
Not big enough.
Yeah.
And I respect that because he's a true trophy hunter. And what that does for the rest of us, it allows us to hunt satellite bulls or whatever,
Yeah.
but you're never gonna kill that true mature trophy unless you pass up those smaller ones.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I mean, he doesn't go after just the big burly beasts that are out there too. There's been unique bulls that he's taken that weren't huge. He just has an eye for what he wants, and he's comfortable taking a shot or not taking a shot. So he's been into the bulls pretty thick. He's had a couple of them come in. I don't know if I would have held out.
I'll tell you right now, I would have taken a shot.
Yeah.
That is just a monster of a bull.
Stop that right there. Check that out. Would you have let that go? There is
Not at
no
all.
way. But that's me. That's me.
And that's one thing that gets me too, Ryan, is a lot of times I get so excited and I just want to go after that animal, and I get too aggressive. Sometimes it works, a lot of times it doesn't.
That's right.
I was finally able to get a look at this bull, but he's not quite what I thought he was. He's a nice big 6x6. Got a few cows with him, and he came to about 50 yards as close as he got, but he's not quite what I'm wanting yet. It's the third morning of my hunt. The sun's just coming up right now. I've come about 1.5 miles from the truck, and finally I hear one bugling off back kind of behind me.
So he's just up in its face. This is, I mean, he's right there. I don't know how far away that elk was from him, but I mean,
it seems like 10 to 15 yards,
yeah.
Ryan. Really close. And he's screaming in his face too.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So to be able to get that close to a mature bull, you got to be quiet, you got to have the wind in your favor, and you just got to know your stuff.
That's right.
And that's where experience really comes into play.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. This is a little bit of a tease. You know, you're sitting back, watching other animals, and all of a sudden this bull comes out in the middle of this opening.
It's windier than heck this morning, and I've been following these bulls since before it got light. Ran into the big 5x5. I saw him a few evenings ago. Not a shooter for me, but he's nice, big, long points, and I kept going, kept hearing this one bugle down here, so I just kept coming this way, and finally he came through a saddle, and I came on the other side of the ridge, and he dropped down below me. It's a really steep ridge, and the wind was perfect for me, so I was able to stalk down and get in close, and got down on my knees to make the shot. I had to shoot under a limb, kind of, and I just didn't take my time, and I hit him high. Hopefully got the top of the lungs, though. I don't know. I'm gonna go look for some blood here in a little bit, but I'm gonna give him quite a bit of time. I just found my bull. He didn't go too far. He ran straight down this ridge. Came crashing down it. I followed him about 100 yards maybe straight down this, and I'm only 3/4 of the way down the ridge, but I can see him laying down here in the bottom. Well, there he is. Had a great hunt. This is the 11th morning that have been able to hunt. Tomorrow's the last day.
So this is what happens when you're self-filming. You're not always going to get the shot 100% of the time. I mean, just to be able to have the camera on rolling and getting the footage that he got, You know, it's almost impossible to have to work that camera around, pull back your bow, get the shot, and get the shot.
You're right. Unless you have it on some type of mount, whether it be on your body or on your bow or something like that, it's gonna be really hard to capture.
What did I tell you about Robbie? Every time he goes out, that guy gets a big old bull.
That's awesome. Great job, Robbie. That's a monster of a bull.
Good job.
I've been fortunate enough to take some elk myself, but never anything that big. Guys, remember, if you want your hunt on the show, follow the link on the screen. If it's good enough, we're gonna have it on a future episode.
That's right. So now it's reflection time. We're going to go over some of the stuff that we saw today, but first we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's to come on next week's High Country Addiction.
Before you go viral, make an appointment with Feedy Family Dentistry, now with 2 locations to serve you in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Hey guys, and welcome back to High Country Addiction, the only Western style hunting program that showcases not only our outdoor experiences, but yours as well. And I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Alfred.
So we're going to reflect real fast on what we saw today. We had a father-son hunt, which was really, really cool. And on top of that, they harvested an animal. A lot of people are under this impression that if they take their kids out to the outdoors, the kids are gonna be loud, they're gonna stumble over things, they're gonna talk loud, and they're just not gonna get the action. Well, Matt kind of proved them wrong on that situation. The other thing was watching Robbie, pretty much a solo hunter. When he gets out there, he typically comes back with a big bull. And what he does is he gets out, sleeps with them, literally lays down. When they move, he gets up, they move together, and he always comes back with something big in the truck.
That's right. So guys, remember, always respect the animals you hunt, and let's pass that on to our next generation.
Well said. So let's take a quick look at next week's High Country Addiction.
Guys, if you want your hunt featured on the show, make sure to submit it to the link on the screen. If it's good enough, we'll air it on the next episode.
And remember, family, friends, and tradition. We'll see you next week on High Country Addiction.
See you next week.